Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is, well, for all intents and purposes, according to the name on the box, this is Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous.
I will help where I can.
So, last time we left off, our objective was to, well, primarily see what was going on here in the commander's court that is now known by the, well, frankly, brilliant name of the Court of Tomorrow. And now that we've seen it, we've got a dragon to deal with. Sealer not moving. There we go. Shrine of Sacrilege. Green Gates is... that's the place we saw in our dream in the last video. What is the location we're looking for right now? I don't know if you guys were aware of this, but apparently buying generals becomes more and more expensive for each new one you get. It's kind of dumb, really. Yep, we'll take those as well. Conscripts. That is actually what we really need right now. Okay. So let's see if we can swap. No. Wait. Nope, no one else is here. Huh. Actually, they don't need these reinforcements. I think these guys do, right? Wow, 52? Hold on. Okay. Yeah, you can take these guys. Oh, you... Oh. I guess I could have done that manually, huh? Well, features and abilities, smite evil, lay on hands. I guess that could be useful, right? But she doesn't have an extra slot, right? No, not yet. She can heal. There is that. The mounted scouts take less... yeah, they suffer less deaths per hit because they have more hit points. Which is odd because the champions are extremely armored, yet have a lower armor class than the mounted scouts. It's just weird. Yeah, these would definitely be the tanks, but for now... okay, Now we can do. Actually. What? Okay, I overdid it with that. I don't understand why these guys have such low HP. I mean, aside from the fact that they're the ones that do all the damage. Okay, we'll take you. I'll figure out something to do with you guys. You're already rank 3. You really don't need reinforcements. You can go. We'll take the 40 shield bearers. That will help with our health loss. I don't know how the attack damage of the particular unit scales with their numbers. But that's fine. Oh, hey there. Get in here. Okay, and there's one more thing. Is there anything else we can take? I'm going to deal with this really quickly, and then we will be off to figure out where the... I don't remember his name. Where the guy is taking us. Now, I was on my way to someplace, just trying to see if I could figure out, well, spot... What was it? Greenwood Forest, I think it was? Regardless, that is where Greyboar, that's what his name is. That is where Greyboar wanted us to go. Of course, it's not actually visible on the map, at least where I've looked. So I'm doing a little wandering around to see if it pops up. I did some crusading, just to get that out of the way and clear out some of the paths. And here we are, basically. First, let's get her on her horse. No surprises. So I've basically been recording for about an hour now. Don't... Yeah. And... what am I missing?
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
Guess him too. Frick, I forgot about it. Freaking Ivu. Oh, that's great. Great. I mean, we really don't need another frontliner right now. At least not until we get more uses of this spell level. Guess we'll... Where's Ivu? You'll forgive me if I go a little overboard.
Together we stand.
It's very easy for things to go extremely sideways. How long does this last? Oh, very long. That's good. Wisdom 4. I think he has a. I think Lan's headgear gives him 4 wisdom. I think that's enough. Let's quick save and then see what awaits us. Oh, there's blood. Yeah, seems about right. Yeah. It's the Crusaders. The Crusaders are here. The Crescent of the Abyss must be informed. And they killed the guy. I'll turn this on. Well, I am glad I did get buffed. Or buffed everyone. Who's the toughest one here? Cleric? No. It's not even close. I mean, they're all a decent level, but none of them are an actual threat. We'll let them come to us. They do have an archer, though, so he has to be dealt with.
Simply business.
Oh, he really found himself in an extremely unfortunate position. Yeah. Not close enough. Go ahead and activate that, because why the frick not? He's got nothing he can really do, so... He really doesn't like Mr. Ed, does he? Let's see... Now, he would really have to move up. This guy's looking to bake Lan's cookies. No, I don't think so.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I guess we will have to move up then, huh? Easy does it. Why are they all looking at Lan? That is curious. Like, they are all headed directly for Lan. Cone isn't that big. Perfect.
The light take you!
You won't survive me.
I think I'll let them move up. Why is his movement so short? Yeah.
Retreat is not an option. Do not hold back.
No glory without risk!
Yep.
I will help where I can.
Wait. There we go. Ooh. Well, they'll sell well at least.
Godspeed. That is
There we
quite a
go.
discovery. Let us press on.
I was supposed to sell that, that's why I have it. So, once again, we found ourselves on the road heading towards Winter Sun, apparently. I highly doubt that the forest I'm looking for is anywhere near it, but I am trying to find it. That said,
Let us not hesitate.
we have buffs to distribute, because the travel just to get here, and there was someone in the road, we're not at Winter Sun yet. Just getting here cost us 6 hours, which means most of our buffs are just gone. I mean, that's fair, right?
Careful now.
I was successful in my search.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
We march ahead.
Quiet steps. Weapons ready.
That is quite a discovery.
Why can't Greybor pick locks? Oh, right, he has no trickery.
Can't hide from me. Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan. Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
There's blood. Oh. Oh, dear. Oh. Do you see this? Yeah. Woljiff rises from the stone throne and halts the sacrifice with a raised hand. The cultist holding the knife over the victim on the altar stops. Woljiff is wreathed in blue flame, and the demonic shadow rises up behind him. Easy now, we're all friends here. This was just a little misunderstanding. You thought you'd come across Crusaders, but they're big fans of our Lord Baphomet too. Woljiff half turns to you, his right eye twitching, which you interpret as an attempt to wink discreetly. Ain't that right? Yeah. Hail Baphomet. Woljiff's face lights up. Right, exactly. Pilgrims of the World Wound meet the finest member of our big family. Hey there, Chief. Long time no see. Why don't we hold off on the sacrifice for now? We need to drink to this happy meeting, am I right? Yeah, let's do that. Tie that one on the altar up again. We'll get around to slaughtering it later. Ivu looks between you and Woljiff in puzzlement. We're playing some kind of game, yes? How come nobody told me the rules? Because we didn't know that there was even a game until now. Yeah, it is a game. A game of the great forces led by our Lord Baphomet, and you are a worthy player in that game, you evil spawn of the abyss. I get it. Wait, let me think of what to say. You're right, my evil comrade. I will help you sow horrific horrors and strike fearsome fear into the hearts of mortals. The world has never seen a creature like me before and knows not what I am capable of. The little dragon is practically bouncing with enthusiasm. The cultists exchange looks and whispers. The chief cultist lowers his knife. If the crescent of the abyss says so, then welcome. Make yourselves at home in the temporary camp of the pilgrims of the world wound. But why did you attack our brothers? You know, I was really ready to just outright murder Woljiff, but this seems a lot more fun, so that's why I'm playing along. Surely Ivu's got something better than any of this. Ivu, will you tell him why we attacked our brothers? They stole our sweeties. God dang it. The cultist looks unconvinced, to put it mildly. Woljiff rolls his eyes and interjects. The real reason why they attacked our fellow cultists was because the chief sometimes has these fits of insanity and battle rage. It is a blessing from Lord Battle. It there's a blessing from Lord Baphomet, the chief goes crazy. He goes crazy and gets twice as strong as normal. But if the blessing kicks in at the wrong moment, well, that's just bad luck for you. I've had to get away from the crazed chief a few times, so I know what I'm talking about. The cultist casts a wary glance at your weapon, but passes no remarks. It is a good thing the Crescent of the Abyss, our beacon in the darkness, and our oracle has resolved this misunderstanding. Relax, friends, and after, if you wish, you may join our pilgrimage. I just can't wait for an explanation for this. Let's go ahead and quick save, because why the frick not? Don't talk to him. Oh, right, there he is. This large stone with candles is covered with Baphomet symbols. It seems that the cultists used it for an altar. Woljiff is waiting for you next to the altar, warily wiping the sweat from his brow. I think it's... yeah, wearily. That's my mistake. Phew, I thought I was done for. I could feel it in my tail they were going to kill me. If you ain't a sight for sore eyes, Chief. When I heard that the gargoyles hadn't gotten you and that you were running the show at Dresden now, I can't tell you how happy that made me. But that night it all happened, I tell you, I was so scared I couldn't see straight. I wandered around wondering if my chief and the rest of the gang were lying in an open field with their eyes pecked out. Even my conscience prickled a little, thinking about how I ran, but when you look at it from my side, what was I supposed to do? The actual paladins were getting cut down left, right, and center. And then these pilgrims of the World Wound tell me that Dresden's been reclaimed and that there's a new commander called Morrow. Well, I said to myself, there can't be two demons slaying dynamos with that name. It must be you. So I cut my way through the circles around Dresden and I waited for you to come out. At one point I got so desperate I almost went right up to the city walls, but I thought better of it. Although an arrow in the skull would be a better sight than running in fear of Votiel. Woljiff sucks in a breath and keeps talking in a rush like he's afraid you'll turn around and walk out. Do you know Votiel? I don't either, but I remember the name because of what Brother Melron yells in the basement that time. I'm going to tell Hepsamira and Votiel or something like that. Anyway, my shadow told me that Votiel is that demon and I should be scared of him because he's after the moon of the abyss, but the shadow's a whole other story. But if you want to know why I haven't just come to Dresden, I need your help. It's a matter of life and death, Chief. Remind me why I shouldn't just kill all these cultists here and now? Because... Woljiff looks around and lowers his voice to a conspiratorial whisper. It'll still be useful to us if you decide to help me. And thanks for not trying to kill him as soon as you got here, by the way. Their leader is a nervous sort. He would have definitely stabbed the lad on the altar if you'd cause a fuss. They think if they perform all these sacrifices, Baphomet's going to appear and hand out powerful spells like candy. No, I want to know everything. I don't... Yeah, let's go ahead. What's going on here? So I guess we'll start with number one. What was that? That was my cunning plan, Chief. Woljiff's tail is whipping back and forth so fast it's a blur. Why are you pretending to be a cultist? Woljiff raises his hands defensively. Easy there, Chief. I'm no cultist, and I didn't just ask you to play along for the fun of it. I had a reason, I swear. And it's not because I've seen what you're like in a fight and I know I have no chance against you. Why did you run the night we fought the gargoyles? Run? Me? I fought them. I did. You should have seen me. I got one of those right on the nose. And it flew off. I've gotten into scrapes a few times before, been caught by surprise in the dead of the night more times than I can count, but so that's why I leapt up quick as anything, grabbed my knives, and, well, of course I made a run for it. What else was I gonna do? I'm just a thief, a city boy. I don't go toe-to-toe with demons. I mean, sure, I said I'd help you and all, but that was before. I didn't sign up for nighttime gargoyle attacks, okay? What kind of idiot attacks in the middle of the night? I thought war would keep more civilized hours, to be honest. Psst, wrong again. So apologies, Chief, but I always end up on the winning side. It's just my nature. You and your lot in the camp that night did not have the look of victory about you, and it's not like I'd have been much help if a gargoyle snatched me in its claws, anyway. Of course I decided to run, and run I did. Well, we know why he's with these guys. Well, no, we don't. Well, he's alluded to them being part of some grand master plan. Let's find out just to be sure. What's your relationship with the Baphomet cultists? Woljiff looks pensive. It's complicated. It's a story of unrequited love, really. They love me, and all I think about is how to get away from them and save my own skin. Well, you seem to have yourself a little nice setup here. Maybe I should just leave you here with your underlings. Woljiff heaves a sigh. To tell the truth, I can't cool my heels here for much longer, Chief. I could have run from the family and kept running for a long time, but you don't run from WeArEuS. He's a demon. If you don't find me first, they'll sell me out as soon as they get sick of me. I can feel it in my tail. Or else I'll end up on that altar. Woljiff leans closer, his eyes gleaming. I know you, Chief. You're the type of warrior that all Mendev should be praying for. When I was in the camp, all I heard was Chief this, Chief that. There's no better chief than ours. If you need that sort of demons out, if you need to sort the demons out, call the chief. That's what people were saying, I swear. I heard it with my own ears. So will you help me? You said your shadow's been talking to you, right? Not just any shadow, my special shadow. After I spent a while running around the world and scared out of my wits, it suddenly crept out and whispered in this distant sounding voice. WeArEuS North, Fear, WeArEuS. And the name was familiar because that's what Brother Melrune yelled out. I put two and two together. This WeArEuS was in the north and I needed to make sure he didn't find me. Bit by bit, I got the shadow to tell me that WeArEuS was a demon and that he was looking for the moon of the abyss. Who knows why? By the way, I have a couple of thoughts of my own about the moon. I'll tell you about them once we're out of this mess. It's curious how this is the evil option. And it's no longer just a, well, neutral option was just fight these guys. So what do you want from me? In a nutshell, Chief, I've got a bit of a situation here. One wrong move and I'm a goner. The demon WeArEuS is in the vicinity somewhere. A good man has suffered. The cultists are animals. I just want to get out of this and make WeArEuS back off, but without you, I've no chance. Help me. I won't forget it as long as I live. The first one is kind of, well, I guess it's there if you skipped all of the other stuff I would have originally skipped, but anyway. So, what part are the cultists playing in your plan? Woljiff glances around, making sure you are not overheard. Do you know why they call themselves the Pilgrims of the Worldwound? Because they're itching to meet big-name demons like Baphomet. It's like they're on a pilgrimage. So that got me thinking. Since they listen to me, we can lead them to WeArEuS and mess with their heads a bit. Say that Baphomet's been calling them nasty names and let the cultists fight WeArEuS for us. It'll be a riot. Cultists helping us take out a demon. Well, what do you think? Wait, you mentioned a good man. Who are you talking about? Me, of course. Woljiff folds his arms. I'm a prisoner here, you know. And I suppose there's that other fella, Duval. The one that's tied up. I kind of owe him one. I made a dumb mistake and now he's paying for it. Now don't get me wrong, I couldn't care less about the guy. He got himself into this mess, except if it wasn't for me, maybe they wouldn't have caught him in the first place.
These pilgrims kept asking me, will we wait long? Will we have long to wait for the favors of Lord Baphomet? As though just because I have my shadow I should know. What am I, some kind of demon whisperer? I just put on a kind of knowing air and say to him, do as you have been doing and the favors will come. They took that to mean... Oh, they took that to mean they needed to keep cutting people up on the altar. I tried to put them off the idea, but they didn't listen. I acted like I was discussing things with my shadow, and I kept trying to hold them off, saying that the stars weren't in alignment. The raining eyeballs was a bad omen. I'd run out of ideas just before you showed up, Chief. I was already considering letting them just do it. He was a crusader, after all. You know, demons would probably get him in the end either way. It's not my fault. That's how they do things. It was either him or me. Woljiff sighs and turns away, his tail twitching from side to side in agitation. There is one way to get both of us out, but I can't manage it on my own. I need your help. Ugh.
Fine. I'll help you deal with Woljiff. Woljiff's face lights up and the tip of his tail dances through the air.
I always knew you were a special sort, Chief. Let's go break his horns off. We need to go to a patch of scrubland by a bend in the river. It's not far, I'll show you. Nothing interesting about the place at all, but that's where I was when my shadow came out and started pushing me back the other way. It said that Woljiff would find me easily there, that he'd swoop in and tear me limb from limb as soon as I popped up. I wasn't long turning away from that place, I tell you. There's just one other thing. We need to round up my lackeys and send them off on an errand. While they're gone, we can free the prisoner. No point leaving him to be bored stiff, right? Listen up, brothers, sisters. The shadow has spoken. It says that a demon will come to a secret place, a wasteland where there are almost no trees left next to a bend in the river. We once passed by there, but we took a wrong turn and didn't find it.
Glorious day. Before we set off, I say we make the sacrifice.
I say let's hold off on the sacrifice. Times are wasting and demons are busy, you know? Leave your things and go. I must meditate before such an event, and when I'm all meditated out, I'll come and summon the demon to you.
Commander, a moment of your time. The young crusader cautiously gets to his feet, unable to believe that he is finally free.
At last the days come when those odious faces will no longer be looming over me. Cultists hid my weapons and armor somewhere. I'll find them and then take my leave of this place forever. They're over there with the rest of the stolen stuff. I made sure they didn't go... I made sure they didn't go walkies in the night. I hope you make it out of this somehow.
Thanks to your efforts, Woljiff. Go. Time is of the essence. If there's a demon hunting you, better to lure him into a trap and strike first. So what are you planning to do now?
Find my armor and weapons, something to eat, and then leave this place as quickly as possible.
The Crusader looks ahead with grim determination.
Perhaps I'll die in the whirlwind, but I will die with the sword in my hands, not like an animal at a slaughterhouse. And if I do make it out, I'm going to build a temple in Iomede's honor in my hometown. You're rich enough to build a temple if you fancy it? You were complaining that your parents don't give you enough money. I think we have slightly different conceptions of what counts as enough money. In any case, money is no longer a concern of mine. My life and my legacy belong to the goddess who sent you and the commander to my aid. I have to be honest, I don't really care who he is or how he ended up here. But he did mention he's from apparently from a rich family. At least that's what's being implied here. Who are you? The Crusader bows. Deval Gwenviar? Yeah, it has to be that, right? At your service, nobleman, Crusader, and the only surviving member of my unit. Cool. Good luck. May Iomade keep you safe. See, I really can't imagine. Like, I remember the days of only having 57 health. Nowadays, things are a lot less grim. Still bad, though. Like, really bad. Altar, the chair. Stone throne causes the rest of the not very comfortable. Falls gear. Yoink. Yup.
Our path leads on.
What? Where? There we are. Okay. Pretty certain this is it for this place, right? Yeah. I don't think we're going to go to what's its face right now. Again, I'm looking for the place where we're supposed to be going to find the dragon. So, if I can find it, or unless something strange like this happens, I'll let you guys know. Of course it messes up. Welcome. We have made our way to, I believe it was called Green Gates. Well, there's something of importance that was at least important enough for us to be imprisoned in our dreams and eventually freed and told about this place. So, why not find out why? Now, I don't know if I included the... I don't know if I'm going to include the encounter with the dragon or not, but for my sanity, I probably shouldn't. It's not okay. Anyway, again, we are in, what is the name of this freaking place? I just said it, it's Green Gates. I took care of a little bit more crusading along the way because since I have to rest, I may as well move the troops around. Should have done that before. Alright, he's got the negative levels.
Smile. The world's not ending just yet.
So, we ended up getting ambushed and Regil, I guess, isn't it? Wait, how many levels has he missed? Just the one, okay. And Regil, or Regil, whatever the frick his name is, however it's pronounced, he ended up getting killed during a fight we couldn't avoid because we have no one with actual sneak in the party right now. It wasn't a complete waste. Land got a bow that's literally only just better than the one he had before. So there's that, I guess. It'll let him do slightly more damage. Plus it also deals electricity damage, so yay, I guess. But thankfully, since we have Breath of Life, and it doesn't actually cost any resources to be used so long as I cast it on the dead individual within 2 rounds, which, let me just say as an aside, I used it I lost someone in a fight against Staunton. I'm pretty sure it was Sela. And I tried to revive her after the fight ended, which was literally within a round of her death. And I couldn't revive her outside of the fight, which is weird. A round consists of 6 minutes, right? No, I'm thinking of that the wrong way. Am I? No. A round consists of 60 seconds a minute? Huh. Maybe that was my fault. Anyway. I think that's all the buffs he distributes. I don't know what we're going to find here. So, you can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to... Where is Ivu? You can bet your bottom dollar I'm going to get just as ready as I did with that other fight. So, I'm probably going to do all of this. Well, who's this supposed to be for? Yeah. It occurs to me now I could have just skipped the entire mention of this happening, or not just the mention, but actually making you guys sit here and wait for a bit. May as well. Okay. Sela needs to get on her high horse. And then for Ivu. So we're supposed to make the bell toll, even though it's apparently lost the ability to do so, in order to get a woman. Okay. You heard my call. The demoness looks down at you from atop the crumbling fortress wall. The same demon you freed from the dungeon in Dresden, the one who appeared in your dream. You are able to observe her properly for the first time, noting her delicate features. The demoness is stunning, but her eerie and unnerving beauty bears only the slightest trace of humanity. Thank you for heeding my call. I did not think you would come. In a flash of insight, you see that, Arushal. I was partly hoping that you wouldn't respond to her summons. This is a trap, isn't it? What? No, definitely not. I want to help you. You want to know where the demons with unusual powers are coming from. There's a creature hiding in the forest right now who is privy to the demon's schemes. Catch her and she will tell you what you want to know. Her rings are so pretty. I like her. You wear a symbol of Desna around your neck. Swear on her name you are telling the truth. Arushal presses the silver butterfly to her heart. I swear it, I'm on your side. If I'm planning something wicked, may Desna strike me down where I stand. Why are you? It's bleeding. It's raining blood, not bleeding rain. Weird. Anyway, it's raining blood, and why are you helping me? I've been helping the Crusaders for the last few years. I spy on the demons, I kill them, I sabotage their weapons, I pass on information about their plans to the mortal planes, to the mortals via the priests of Desna and Canopris. I do all this because... She drops her gaze and ends in a near whisper. I don't want to be one of them. Let's say I believe you. What then? There's a hag by the name of Jarunica? Jarunica. Okay, that'll do. Hiding in this fortress. She lived here before the fall of Sarkoris, but when the demons arrived, she was happy to throw in her lot with them. The senile old cannibal knows many secrets, including the one you seek. Beware. You're dealing with a creature that is very old, very devious and very dangerous. She may not be a demon, but she can move like one. If you hesitate, she will slip from your grasp before you even know it. Fortunately, there's a relic of Desna in this very fortress, the Bell of Mercy. It will help you catch the hag like a cat in a mouse trap. No, wait, you don't say that, do you? Like a mouse in a cat trap? Never mind. What matters is that you catch her. The right way to say it is mouse in a mouse trap. Yep, but I can see how you got confused. All those boring words, I get them mixed up all the time too. What if everybody said, catch a bee in a bear trap, or maybe moose in a fox trap? A manticore in a unicorn trap? A hedgehog? No, I don't want to catch a hedgehog. They're too prickly. And how about a rabbit in a goat trap? Iva was distracted thinking up new combinations, no longer paying any attention to those around her. How will this bell help us? I thought it might say something we already read, but there is, in fact, a bit more extra information here. It is an ancient relic of Desna. The Crusaders brought it here when there was still hope that Sarkoris could be retaken easily. Then the world wound expanded, and the Crusaders were forced to retreat, leaving the bell behind. The demons tried to corrupt or destroy it, but they couldn't. It burned them when they touched it. They managed to rip the bell's clapper from it, but they didn't take it far. Look for it. It should be around here somewhere. Desna imbued the bell with powerful protective magic. If you strike it, all demons in their ilk inside the fortress will be unable to move. If the hag cannot move, she will not be able to evade you. And how did you know the hag would be here? We know each other of old. Actually, that's not quite true. We've never met in person, but I've been tracking her for quite some time. She shows up here and there, but every time I try to pin her down, she vanishes. I hope this time she won't slip away so easily. Arushali seems agitated, and you detect a tremor in her voice. It seems hunting this hag means an awful lot to her, but you have a sneaking suspicion that the succubus has not told you the full story. What can you tell me about this hag? Did you know that there are different kinds of hags? Jerunica is one of the more terrifying types, an Anis hag. This flesh eater possesses frightening, evil magic powers. She's not a demon, but she is far more cunning than any inhabitants of the Abyss. Don't listen to her rigmarole and don't believe her evasions. Just grab her, put a knife to her throat, and demand straight answers. And don't forget, like demons, she can travel huge distances using magic, but the sound of the bell will stop her from slipping away. And although I already know that she won't, can you help me fight the hag? With a smile, Arushali runs a finger along the string of her bow. Naturally. Sure. I understand. Let's do it. May Desna aid us. Arushali vanishes into the shadows. Now, the question is, how exactly do we go about looking for this thing? He does have Vanish. Lasts up to 5 rounds, which is... if I'm right about a round being a minute. Actually, well, we can still try, right? Who's got the highest stealth? Him at 16, he only has 9. She only has 9. So it definitely has to be Mr. Grumpy. Sufficient. Oops.
You require my counsel.
Let's make sure we quick save. How long is this going to be? Ooh, that's not good at all. Should be... Wait, no, we only got the vanish from... We got vanish from the sorcerer class. But there's only one level in it, so... Yeah, there's no real point to this.
That is quite a discovery.
There it is.
I'm all ears. The mongrel did it.
That was... I'm just going to keep calling him Red Regil until someone says his name again. No. What am I looking at here? I don't know, man. Looks like a trap to me. I think I'll hold off for now. I mean, I guess I understand that it needs line of sight. I don't like it, but I understand it. Okay. So what do we have you do? Does everyone still have... Yeah. That's right. Everyone gets a ride on the slip slide. Question is, no, this guy definitely has to die first. She does not have a clear shot at the Bavau. Thank goodness he was all the way over there.
Into the flame.
There we go. Now, if you would please get out. He's stuck. I don't understand why he's only staggered. Okay, so that's why.
Press the attack!
What? Come on.
Overrun assembles.
I'll leave it for now. That thing has to die. There we go.
No gold without risk.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
I see.
Retreat is not an option. You are nothing.
Good God! He critted for 94 damage. It had an armor class of 30 that Land couldn't even touch, but he crits it and just blows it up. You can't hate that. What's your willpower? 10. What if I told you to lay down? Ah, right. Spell resistance. Yeah.
The light take you.
I used slumber on him already, right? No. And he's out of there. Ooh, a critical sneak attack. We got lucky with that one. Anyway. Vergil can probably just kill him, right? Well, he's asleep, so he's not going to be doing anything to anyone. Finally. She has no wind-up animation for it. Alright.
For apologies.
That's the Vrock, the Babao warrior. Eridan's Wrath. This holy scabbard, while equipped, alters Paladin's Smite Evil class ability, changing the type of armor class bonus it grants from Deflect to Sacred.
Additionally, WeArEuS' first attack every round deals additional 1 to 4 divine damage. I mean, that's pretty good. Okay, so
Is that a trap?
oh.
It might be a trap.
We almost died. Well, we took the hit anyway.
I welcome your company.
Oh, they all had they all had temporary HP. No one took any damage from that. I mean, Mr. Ed is still taking the damage. Well, him and Regil are still taking damage from the effect of the rock spores, I think it was. So there's that, but aside from that, pretty good times. Ooh, stairs. But what's in the corner? Carefully. See.
I'm curious.
Well.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
The Clapper is out here somewhere. Oh. Oh. That is extremely unfortunate. This guy, we can do that all day. The Gibraleth. I have fought this thing before and it has made my life an absolute nightmare. I can put it to sleep, however. Its willpower is low enough. And then we can just deal with that. Oh, dear. We also don't know what else is in here.
Sod is restless. I wonder why.
Where is he?
WeArEuS.
You want to put
Are we in trouble yet?
Lan here, so he's got a clear shot on everything. What else?
Let us not hesitate.
Now, I don't think it's necessary, but okay. I want these two in there. This guy hits in an AoE multiple times and really hard, so I also need Ember
Trust in yourself.
to have a clear line of sight so she can put it to sleep as soon as possible.
Doubt is the heart's
We'll make
greatest
things
challenge.
right.
Perfect. Oh. Guess we'll give this to...
Yes.
Always be ready for the worst.
She won't have a clear line of sight, but that's fine. Okay.
we've got a little bit more time for at least taking these guys out. And then we'll have to end the video. Because I've been recording way longer than I intended to. Whoops. Oh no. Everybody stops.
Meditate on your mistakes. It might make you feel
This
better.
war must end.
Nope. Not there. There we go. And then protective luck on you. Oh, right. She has the ability to do... I also didn't show you guys this, but this is... I bought her the Red Salamander Ring, which allows anyone able to cast spells spontaneously. The ability to cast Fireball, controlled Fireball, Fire Snake, but a few of them are above her cast level, well, her spell book level, I guess you could say. You see, this Fiery Body is all the way at 9. Anyway, so that's where we are with that. She also has the Ring of Pyromania, which boosts her ability to overcome spell resistance and her fire damage, because why not? Okay. I don't believe, however, that these are the only two in here. Oh. Oh, this is absolutely terrible. Dang, I wasn't expecting... I sort of was expecting there to be two of them. I think this is okay. God, that thing is so freaking big. And that's his turn. That one's got some pretty big balls going after the Gibberleth. We're going to do this. I can't put it to sleep because everything is going after it. Can do... Where's Ivory? We can give Lan heroism next time, but she's moving in now. I don't want her that far in on her own. I think I'll have her move with the summons. Yeah, this is a no-go. Bismuth, what are you doing, buddy?
Kneel before me.
Mirror image. Well, that's got to go. Now...
Endure this.
Really? What does this guy have? He doesn't have immunity to anything that we typically do. Spell resistance is 24, armor class 28. Alright, we can just do this. Doesn't he have heroism too? Dang. She didn't even get freaking... She low-rolled it, so there's that.
The inheritor.
This one's mine.
And so it was. Need to set his turn back until we try again with Ember. We don't need to spend any more summons, so let's not do that. Yep, that'll help. And because why not? I didn't expect those to both hit him. You guys see what I was going for with that, right? There we go.
Make every strike count. Your performance is lacking. You are lacking.
This is it for you, buddy.
Take you!
That is a face only no one could love. I've seen some really screwed up things, like, but that is something special. Really? There's nothing else in here? Wait, so then what's up these...
I found something.
Bell of the Mercy Clapper. I am glad I did come all this way.
I was successful in my search.
Oh, this is going to hurt a little.
Oh, skip the pleasantries.
We march ahead.
I'm all ears.
Defeat is not an option.
Well,
Attack!
can we put it to sleep before? No.
Into the fray!
Mr. Ed is confused, but no one else.
Press the attack.
No glory without risk!
You won't survive me.
Curious. Because he hit Regil with the armor we took from Staunton's lifeless body. The Rift Drake took strength damage. We like that.
Retreat is not an option.
Does it have spell resistance? No. It can't be put to sleep either.
Kneel before me.
Our path leads on.
We got a helmet, Windmaster helmet. This helmet grants the wearer a bonus to initiative. Who's got a problem with initiative? Oh, that's really bad. We don't have anyone we can give this to. Except she's already got Headband of Vast Intelligence. I don't think that's really doing anything for her. So until we have a better idea of where to put that, it'll just go there. Okay. I did. To the belfry. I think I'm just going to do this. The bell, now reunited with its clapper, produces a gentle, melodious ringing. Since you can't fail it.
Thanks, Lan. You're so awesome, Lan.
We finally got more shoes. You have no idea how rare shoes are in this game. It's weird because everyone is wearing them, but you can't buy any. These boots grant the wearer a permanent effect of the Freedom of Movement spell. Wow, well. That'd be one less person I'd have to cast it on. Let's do that for Ivu, since Where did this spell come from? Oh, I guess that's the from the bell. Right, the shoes go to you. But you don't have feet, even though you have feet. I guess it's fine. Seal already has these. Competence on. Not as great. We also did get a mace. Demon's Terror, one-handed. This +2 speed, radiant flail. Speed means the wielder is given the effect, the equivalent effect of haste. I think it only applies where they're attacking with the weapon is concerned, though. This flail grants its wielder a +4 attack bonus on a first attack against a new demon. I mean, that's fine. It also does positive damage because it's radiant. So there's that. Not really that good, though. Wait. Scroll of Summon Monsters 4? No, that's 6. The smaller number would come first if it was 4. Scroll of Summon Monsters 6, Axiomite or Soul Eater. This spell summons one extra planar Soul Eater if you are evil, or one extra planar Axiomite if you are not. It appears when you designate and... Interesting. Might have to put that to use. Now that we've rung the bell,
No demons can move. Let's at least try to find the hag. What's this? This grave is well tended. It is much more recent than the chapel beside it. There's no name on the tombstone, only an elegant butterfly of Desna. This probably has something to do with the Rushalai.
I will guide us.
There's nothing else here.
Missed me already.
So I guess we have to go through all of these guys to beat the hag. Well, find the hag. That's okay. I love a good gauntlet.
Godspeed.
Go! How dare you show up here of all places? Of course we can't. Ah. A blood rager, monstrous human. Let's move Ivu over here. Let's check Herba's immunities. But she can be put to sleep because her will is only 13. Unless Blood Rage interferes with that. She also gets a +2 to her will saving throws, which is really bad. So she's got 15 then. It's a reflex. Only 11. Okay. Nice opening turn, I guess. God dang it. There we go. Glad I moved that to control. It's much easier to quickly swap to that. Use displacement. And then protection from arrows of all things. Okay. Not that. This. How did this not work? Oh, she rolled pretty high, that's why. Okay. Trying to see if everyone, yeah, they all have temporary HP already. What can I do for them?
protection from alignment communal. She is chaotic, so let's go with that. So none of them got it because he's sitting behind a wall and somehow you need line of sight to cast an AoE ability centered on yourself. Okay. Yeah, we'll believe that. I recognize that wand she's wielding. It's not what I wanted to do.
The light, take you.
The wand she's wielding... Oh, it's only a quarterstaff. It looks similar to one I could buy back in the... Could give strength. Lands too far, though. Keep forgetting I have to select from this menu. Critical miss. He literally only needed to roll a 9. Yeah, her armor class is nowhere near good enough to actually do any harm to us. I'm most curious to see what her next turn is going to be like. Okay, good. The displacement is gone. That's a bit of an ouch. Looks like Ibu is shaken. No. Yeah, shaken. I'm not going to make the obvious joke there. I'm just going to check that she's in range and then heal. Since she can apparently still actually move. Let's do it.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Yeah. That's fine, I don't care. Gotta keep the party going. Seriously?
We shall overcome.
I did not expect actual damage.
Make every strike count.
This one's mine.
Oh, we're done already? Stop! What are you doing, you reprobates? The beaten hag cowers on the rocks. Gone is the terrifying monster you were just fighting, and in its place is a small and frightened old woman. Why ain't you treating old Biddy like me so harshly? Haven't you any shame, you great brutes? Don't listen to her. She's just stalling for time. Urushalai raises her weapon. What do you know about the demons with the strange abilities? Where are they coming from? Speak! What demons? What are you on about? Under Urushalai's gaze, under Urushalai's cold gaze, the hag's face breaks into a grandmotherly smile. Ah, now, those demons. Wouldn't they be friends of yours? My dear? What are you picking on a poor old me for, then? I'll tell you everything I know, but you'd know far more than me on that score. The color drains from Urushalai's face and the hag's smile grows wider, stretching from ear to ear. Hey, little chicken, don't tell me you haven't told your new toys all that. Kept it to yourself, did you? The hag bursts into screeching laughter before turning her gaze on you. Take pity on an old woman. Let me go before any more harm's done. You'd better have a word with your little demoness about those demons. You liar! I've never been to the Ivory Sanctum. Urushalai's desperate outburst is drowned out by another round of cackling from the hag. Where's it you say you've never been at? Where? Like you haven't been sniffing around it seeing who comes and goes. You didn't see all that? I suppose you don't even know the password neither, eh? The hag looks at you. Your demon girl's lying through her teeth, as per usual. The effect of the bell won't last much longer, so we really don't have any time to humor this thing. We'll deal with Urushalai after, but for now, shut your mouth, you filthy hag. Nah, don't like the sound of the honest truth now, do you? No one likes the truth, grubby as it is. The truth is everywhere. An outcast, not so for its sister Lies, who is always welcomed with open arms wherever she goes. She's telling the truth. Urushalai lowers her gaze. I lied to you. I used you. I could have told you where to look for those demons right away, but I needed someone who could help me get rid of the hag. When I was freed from the dungeons of Dresden, the demons set her on my trail, and I couldn't have dealt with her single-handedly. Hearing this, the old woman lets out a screeching cackle that shakes her whole body. What are you laughing at? It doesn't matter what I've done, you won't be leaving here alive. Demon using lies and manipulation to get what it wants. This does not surprise me. What does surprise me is that you have done this in an attempt to prove that you are somehow different from her. I don't know what this something would have to be about. Since Urushalai can already tell me about the demons that we came here to find out about, what else is there to find out from the hag? I don't understand. Either way, I can just come back and kill her and find out again. She's not that difficult of a fight, really. So yeah, we'll do it that way. You better pray to your unholy gods, hag. Now you die. With unmatched speed, Urushalai attacks the hag. She screeches her last rasping cackle, which soon turns into a strangled gurgle. Urushalai's eyes are plaintive as she holds your gaze. There's much I have to explain, to confess, but first, please, there's something I want to show you. Come, it's not far. Can I at least loot the body first? Yeah, I saw this when I left. Arushali approaches the grave. It is small, but surprisingly well maintained, given surrounding squalor and neglect. Arushali touches the cold stone decorated with a Desna butterfly, like she was greeting an old friend. Silently, she turns to you. She retrieves a map from her bag, makes a mark on it, and holds it out to you. First things first, here. I wasn't lying to you about this. That's where you'll find the Ivory Sanctum, and in it, the secret of the demons with the strange powers. The entrance is hidden under a pile of skulls. I don't know how to open it, and I have never been inside, but cultists enter it somehow, which means that you can find a way to get inside. So are you going to tell me who this grave belongs to? My last victim. She was a priestess of Desna. I seduced her and drained her soul. She died in my arms, and I decided to bask in her final reveries, so I dove into her fading mind. Dreams are Desna's domain. The goddess noticed my sacrilege, but for some reason, she showed me mercy instead of punishment. She opened my eyes to who I was and who I could be. When I returned to my senses, the first thing I did was bury my final victim here and make a vow before her grave that I would atone for everything I had done. I didn't even know who she was. I seduced her, deceived her, and killed her, and she saved my soul. Arushali wipes her eyes. If only I could die and give her back her life. But I can't, Morrow. All I can do is live on and help those who are still alive. I like how this is a neutral option. So how did you know the hag would be here? When I was freed in Dresden, the demon set her on my trail. She failed to catch me, but she took a hostage of a sort. Arushali once again runs her fingers over the granite tombstone. She threatened to corrupt this grave if I didn't come here and surrender. I knew I couldn't defeat her on my own, so I used you. I used a lie to get you here so you would help me kill her. Forgive me. I'm sorry. And how did you know about the Bell of Mercy? This place, the fortress and the bell tower, I saw them in the dreams of the person lying in this grave. She was on her way here for the bell. She wanted to take it from here and return it to the Crusaders in Canabras, but she never made it here because she met me. I killed her and devoured her dreams, or rather, they devoured me. That's why when I re-emerged from the dream realm, I buried her here. I thought it was the right thing to do. I wanted to return the bell to the Crusaders for a long time, but she brings a hand to her face. The barest brush and the bell burns my impure fingers. So why did you have to lie? You could have just asked for help. I was afraid that you would refuse, and if there was nothing in it for you. I was afraid you wouldn't believe me, and I am a demon, Morrow. For centuries it was all I knew. If you want something, you get it by lying or by force. Learning you here was so easy, so natural. Lies and manipulation, they're my native language, one I've spoken my entire life. Asking for a favor, now that's a foreign notion I've only begun to learn. Don't think I'm trying to justify what I did. I know my lie was despicable. I knew perfectly well when I lied to you. I knew that perfectly well when I lied to you. I knew it was a step backward, back to the old Arushali. I still did it. There's no excuse for it. I just want you to understand me. Well, I at least appreciate giving me the map. Succubus shakes her head. I lied to you. You trusted me and I used you to get rid of the hag. This doesn't assuage my guilt, but it's the least I can do. Well, everything is clear now. So, what are you going to do with me? Ursula waits with bated breath, her eyes locked on yours. You see fear and sadness there, and also the tiniest flicker of hope. Say what you want, but we can't push her away. That's what I think. The fact that she's a demon only means that her path to atonement started in the abyss itself and will be much longer than others. It means that she needs more help, not less. I sincerely hope the Fifth Crusade will not be the latest casualty in the long line of endeavors that ended in ruin because someone decided to trust the word of a demon. And I notice everyone else is curiously silent on the matter, including poor shaken Ivu. I'm not going to go with chaotic for now. I don't want to go with good, and I don't want to go with evil. But I'm leaning more towards the evil than the good, simply because, one, I need to balance out the fact that we're so close to ending up being chaotic good that I want to go back in the other direction a little. Also because, well, frankly, this decision isn't even that hard. I could go with 4. 5 just doesn't seem right, so... I don't want to go with number 1. The chaotic option I'm just not going to choose because that runs the risk of setting her back. Well, to put it simply, runs the risk of increasing the chance of her backsliding on, well, into her old ways. So, even though it's running the risk of not being able to get her to join the group, I forgive you. And please, try to forgive yourself. God, I hate that. I just hate it. It's gross. Good Lord. How can anyone honestly choose good options? Like, how can they say, you know what? I like how this sounds. This is what I would say. That's disgusting. But I am doing it to be sly in the hopes that she still tries to join us. So if not, well, we've got to eat that pickle. And just so we're clear, I don't like pickles. Can't stand them. Keep them off my sandwiches, my burgers. Stop making them. Stop planting them. Stop. Do you pick or reap pickles? Whatever. God, now we're chaotic good. Throw up a little in the back. It's in the back of my throat. I still feel it. It's like swimming around back there. Well, I suppose farewell. Or you could come with me.
Yes. Let's go.
Succubus looks at you as if she doesn't believe her ears and then nods timidly. I still have to choose though, don't I? Okay, you can... It's kind of wrong to make her walk all the way back to Dresden, but walk she will. Let's see what she can do. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, that is going to do it for us today. I'm still going to be doing things while in the background while we take it. She has a bow. She uses a bow. Right. Oh, we're so close to level 11. Anyway. So, now we've got a succubus in our party. She apparently primarily uses a bow, and from what I see here, a terrible one. What kind of bow does she actually use? Desna's Aegis. Desna watches over her protege. By the will of the goddess, a whirlwind of sacred butterflies carries Arushali to safety whenever she faces mortal peril. So even if we had tried to kill, she has 25 stealth and 19 trickery. Well, she can almost replace Lan, huh? But I've got way too much invested in Lan, and he's really, really good at what he does. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back tomorrow, naturally, with another episode. Preceding that will be another episode of, what's the name of that game? Astria Ascending. Should you be interested, or you're just bored and need something to listen to, don't worry, I'll be there. And so with all that said, we will see you. Ooh, Chameleon Stride. Next time.